The instruments that they left on the moon were powered by nuclear material, but that nuclear material would really surprise you. See what it is on this week's Spacecraft Guide. Would you like to take an interactive virtual tour of this spacecraft, or this spacecraft, or this spacecraft, or even this spacecraft? Well, stay till the end and we'll show you how. In this issue of Spacecraft Guide, we are going to go back to the lunar surface and look at the ALSEP, which is the equipment that they worked or that they left on the moon, to find out more about it. And specifically, we are going to work on the central station that linked all of them together. And for our Patreon users, not only are we going to go over how it works, but we're going to tell you how that NASA got it and the unique frequencies that they use. And if you click on Central Station, it takes you to the Central Station page. And as you can see, the ALSEP system, which was first flown in the Apollo 12 mission, consisted of the Central Station with a communications package and leads running to the instruments placed around it. DC powered of the 70 watts at 16 volts was supplied by a SNAP 27 model radioisotope thermoelectric generator, or RTG, placed beside the station and connected to the cables. Here's the interesting part. A radioactive plutonium fuel element for the generator was carried to the moon in a protective cask mounted to the side of the lunar module, and was removed and inserted in the generator by the astronauts after they offloaded the generator and placed it on the ground. The power required by the whole station and experiments was less than the power of medium-powered light bulb. We're going to fix that. But they did have plutonium, but this time, instead of using radioisotopes to warm the system, they used it to actually power. They used plutonium to power the generator. Unfortunately, this station, they discontinued the use of it, and if it was solar powered, it might have been going on, still going on. But, or like the LRRR, it would have worked because it used reflection. So this station, unfortunately, doesn't work anymore. And if we look a little bit further, we can see that the station had to be put at least 90 meters from the lunar module. And that's because when the lunar module took off, they didn't want it to blow over the instruments. And the power was provided by two-way communication, so data collected by the experiments could be relayed to the Earth and commands could be received. So the station would actually get commands from the ground for the experiments. If we want to look at the schematics on this, we can see that we have two of them here. One is the actual unit itself, which had the switches, the antenna, thermal radiator, and connectors. And then we also see all the experiments that were hooked up to the central station. That's all for this week. If you would like to use this interactive virtual reality exhibit on the command module, the lunar module, and the surface of the moon, just go to our Patreon page and the link will be down below.